Let us now discuss one of the most important topics, percentages. I call it as most important because it's one topic which will help you to solve questions in profit and loss, in simple interest and compound interest, in data interpretation, in some part of time and work, time and distance. In every topic, there is percentage. So, percentage is not one topic, it's knowledge used in every topic. So, you have to very consciously pay your attention because this is where you get to score many marks. And also in our day-to-day life, we use a lot of percentage calculations. What is percentage? Per cent. It is per 100. Cent is 100 and it is per 100. So it's an assumption that what happens if it is per 100. Suppose say I got 22 marks out of 25 in my unit test. Out of 25 I got 22. Now if my teacher asks me to calculate what is my percentage, so it's very simple. For 25 I got 22 is reality. What if the exam was conducted for 100? If it is for 25 I got 22. And the assumption, what if it is conducted for 100 is percentage. If it is for 25 I got 22 marks. If it was for 50 I would have got 44. If it was for 100 I would have got 88. I would have got 88. That is percentage. For 600 I got 360 marks. My percentage is not 360. For 600 it is 360. What if it was for 100? For 600 if it is 360, for 300 it will be 180. For 300 if it is 180, for 100 it will be 60. So my percentage is 60. We call it as strike rate in cricket. Strike rate in cricket, the batsman's strike rate is 82. That means if he had played 100 balls, he would have scored 82. Suppose the batsman had played 50 balls and scored 41 runs, his strike rate will be 82. Because for 50 balls if he scored 41, for 100 balls he would have scored 82. He played 200 balls. Let me say he played 200 balls and he scored 250 runs. In 200 balls if he is scoring 250, for 100 balls 125. So that becomes percentage. Percentage is an assumption, what if it is for 100. But there are a lot of things, lot of varieties of questions which are asked in examinations. Suppose if you get a question like say 50% of 800. I don't think you will calculate it. You will be in a position to say it's 400. You have not done all this work. You have not done 50 by 100 into 800. 0, 0, 0, 0 cancel. 50 into 8. 8 zeros are 0, 8 5s are 40. So it is 400. You have not done this work. You have just made it half because 50% is half is what you know. Whether consciously or subconsciously, you know 50% is off. That means you have taken the simplified version of 50 by 100. The shorter version of 50 by 100 is 1 by 2. So you know that it is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is nothing but half. But when somebody asking you a question, what is 57.14% of 700, then I don't think you will feel this comfortable. But I will feel equally comfortable. For me, the answer for this is 400. Not because this is 400, this is also 400. No. The value of this is 1 by 2 is very simple for all of us. But for me, the value of this is 4 by 7. I know that it is 4 by 7, so I have calculated it as 4 by 7 into 700. I have cancelled 7 ones are 700s are 4 into 100 was 400 for me. So what I am really trying to tell you is, when you get to know the simplified version of percentage, when you can convert this into a fraction, like you have converted 50% as 1 by 2, then every percentage becomes simple. You have to be very, very comfortable knowing fractions at least till 12. When somebody asks us 25%, we feel very comfortable saying it as 1 by 4. 75%, we call it as 3 by 4. But what if somebody asks us what is 44.44%? Are we equally comfortable calling it as 4 by 9? If somebody asks me 27.27%, I'll call it as 3 by 11. 71.42% is 5 by 7. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if someone asks you what is 6 by 11, you have to be in a situation to say it is 54.54%. And if somebody asks you percentage, you have to be in a position to convert it into a fraction. If somebody asks you fraction, you have to be in a position to convert it into a percentage. That will help us calculate so many questions so easily. So before that, suppose if a person comes and asks me, What is 21 percentage of 730? 21 percentage of 730. I need not do it as 21 by 100 into 730. I'll cancel 0, 0. Then I'll go for 73 into 21. Then I'll say 1 3s are 3. Then 1 7s are 7. 2 3s are 6. Then 2 7s are 14. This is 3. This is 13. This is 1 carry 5 1. So it is 1533 by 10. By 10 is nothing but it is equal to 153.3. Remember the answer 153.3. But I don't think you have to do this work every time. In aptitude examinations, you will not have this much time to calculate 21 percentage of a number. So what I want you to do is, don't do all this stuff. Remember the answer, you'll get the same answer. It's as simple as 10% plus 10% plus 1%. 10% of 730 is 73. 10% is a decimal here. And 73 plus 73, and 1% of this number is 7.3. A decimal before tens place will give you 1%, a decimal before units place will give you 10%. So it is 7.3. 73 plus 73 is 146, 146 plus 7.3 is 153.3. You got the same answer. I don't think you have to use your pen and paper for this. It's not only for this simple question, even if the question is difficult, you can do this. 29 percentage of 620. Then I'll go for 30% minus 1%. I can say 10% is 62, then 30% is 62, 62, 62, that is 186. Minus 1% is 6.2. 186 minus 6.2. 186 minus 6 is 180, minus 0.2 is 179.8. So my answer is very simple here. Even if the person asks me what is 52% of 744, I'll go for 50% plus 2%. 50% of that value will be 372 and 2% will be 7.44 and 7.44, that is 14.88, and my answer for this question will be 386.88. So it doesn't matter what question he's asking us. Even if it is 61%, I'll go for 50% plus 10% plus 1%. The only thing I want you to understand here is be comfortable with 10%, 1% and 50%. And every percentage asked in the examination will be a combination of 10%, 1% and 50%. That's one thing which you all have to know while calculating percentages, and as I said, the other thing is fractions. So let us spend some time in understanding how percentage and fractions are related. If you multiply a fraction with 100, you get a percentage. If you divide the percentage with 100, you get a fraction. For example, if 1 by 2 has to be converted into a percentage, I'll multiply with 100. So I'll get it as 50%. If again 50% has to be converted into a fraction, I'll divide it with 100. So I'll get it as fraction. So what we'll do now is, we'll start with 1 by 2, because 1 by 1 is not necessary, 1 by 1 is 100%. We'll start with 1 by 2 and we'll end with 11 by 12. Why only till 12? Because we can't learn till infinity. 95% of the questions asked in the examination will be related to the fractions till 12. So we'll learn till 12. If sometimes 14 is asked, I'll tell you how to calculate 14, but we'll learn till 12. We'll become perfect till 12. I'll start with 1 by 2 and we'll go on till 11 by 12. 1 by 2 is nothing but 50% because it's 1 by 2 into 100. I'm not spending my time on 2 by 2 because 2 by 2 will be 100%. I'm not spending my time on 3 by 2 because 3 by 2 is 2 by 2 plus 1 by 2. 1 by 2 I already know, 2 by 2 I already know. So it is 150%. So anytime numerator more than denominator, I'll not be spending time. For example, if somebody asks me what is 9 by 7, I'll tell the value of 9 by 7 is 7 by 7 plus 2 by 7. 7 by 7 into 100 is 100%. 2 by 7 I learn. When I learn, I'll get to know it as 28.57%. So it is 128.57%. So numerator more than denominator, I'm not going to waste my time. Numerator equal to denominator, I'm not going to waste my time. So I'm only spending my time in calculating numerator less than denominator. So 1 by 2 is done for me. Then I'll go for 1 by 3. 1 by 3 into 100 will give me 33.33%. Then 2 by 3. If 1 by 3 is 33.33, then 2 by 3 will be 66.66%. And people also write it as 66.67. Even that is correct. But I prefer to write it as 66.66 because it looks fancy. The next one is 1 by 4. Because 3 by 3, 4 by 3 I will not do. 1 by 4 is 25%, we all know. But if you don't know, what we can do is, if denominator doubles, 1 by 2, 2 has become 4. So the answer will become half. So 1 by 2 is 50% if you are confident, 1 by 4 is 25%, it goes without our knowledge. Because when 1 by 2 becomes 1 by 4, this 50 becomes half. If 1 by 4 is 25, 1 by 8 will be half of 25, that is 12.5. If 1 by 8 is 12.5, 1 by 16 will be half of 12.5, that is 6.25. If 1 by 16 is 6.25, then 1 by 32 will be half of 6.25, that is 3.125. We are not going to spend time on that, but I am just telling you, when denominator becomes double, the answer becomes half. So 1 by 4 I have learnt. 2 by 4, I am not going to waste my time on 2 by 4. If I calculate 2 by 4, that is nothing but it is 1 by 2. Where I can simplify the fraction, I am not wasting my time on that because already I have learnt 1 by 2. So why should I learn 2 by 4? Why should I write 2 by 4? So 2 by 4 is something I am not going to write. Then I am going for 3 by 4. 3 by 4 is 75%. We can do it as 3 into 25, that is 75. Or one thing which I want to tell you is 3 by 4 is the last fraction in 4. I am not going to learn 4 by 4, 5 by 4, 6 by 4. So 3 is just 1 less than 4. Whenever you get a fraction where numerator is 1 less than denominator, then my answer will be 100% minus first fraction. 100 minus 25, that is 75. Nothing, I just wanted to tell you, 3 by 4 can be written as 4 by 4 minus 1 by 4. 4 by 4 is 100%, 1 by 4 I have already learnt it as 25%, so it is 100 minus 25, that is 75%. So whenever you get a fraction, you get a lot of these things. Suppose if somebody asks me 5 by 6, 5 by 6 is nothing but it will be 6 by 6 minus 1 by 6. 6 by 6 will be 100%, 1 by 6 will anyways learn. We will start with 1 by 6 in 6. So the value of 1 by 6 will be subtracted from 100, that will be the last fraction. So in a simple language I can say the last fraction always is equal to 100% minus the value of first fraction. Very, very important whenever you are learning the fractions. So last fraction is always equal to 100% minus the value of first fraction. Here it is 100% minus 25. I will go for 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is 20%, 2 by 5 is 40%, 3 by 5 is 60% and 4 by 5 is 80%. Now we will go for 1 by 6. If I don't know 1 by 6, I will take help of 1 by 3. 1 by 3 value was 33.33, so 1 by 6. If denominator doubles, the answer becomes half. So half of 33.33 is 16.66. People also write it as 16.67, that's also fine, but I prefer writing it as 16.66. From now, if you forget 1 by 6, remember 1 is on top, 6 is in the bottom. So write 1, 6, 16 and continue writing 6, 16.66, that is 1 by 6. 2 by 6 I will not waste my time because 2 by 6 is 1 by 3 value is already there. 3 by 6 I will not waste my time because 3 by 6 is 1 by 2. 4 by 6 I will not waste my time because 4 by 6 is 2 by 3. 5 by 6. For 5 by 6, as I told you, 5 by 6 is 6 by 6 minus 1 by 6. It is 100% minus 16.66. So it becomes 83.33. So it is 6 by 6 minus the value of 1 by 6, 83.33. So you have only two things to learn in 6, that is 1 by 6 and 5 by 6. 1 by 6 is 16.66, 5 by 6 is 16.66 less than 100, that is 83.33. So you are done with 6. We were supposed to learn till 12, we have already learned till 6. So it's very easy for us. So now we'll go for 7. Very, very important in aptitude, 1 by 7. The value of 1 by 7 into 100 will give you 14.2857. Will give you 14.2857142857. It continues as such. So what I recommend you to remember is after 142857 it's repeating again 142857. So remember the number 142857. 142857, and this will help you to know the values from 1 by 7 to 6 by 7. 1 by 7, 2 by 7, 3 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7 and 6 by 7. The value of 1 by 7 is 14.2857, but I will restrict it to two numbers after decimal. I will write it as 14.28. The common sense, if 1 by 7 is starting with 14, 2 by 7 has to start with double of 14, 3 by 7 with triple of 14, 4 by 7 with 4 times of 14, 5 by 7 with 5 times of 14, 6 by 7 with 6 times of 14. That means we have to be comfortable in table, 14 table. 14 ones are 14, 14 twos are 28, 14 threes are 42, 14 fours are 56, 14 fives are 70, 14 sixes are 84. 1 by 7 started with 14, I am very happy. 2 by 7 has to start with 28. Just search for 28 in this set of number. 142857. Just search for 28, you find 28, put a decimal after 28 and write it as 28.57. Then 3 by 7, 14 threes are 42. Search for 42, you will find it. Very carefully search. Don't say there is no 42 here. There is 42 there. So here you have 42. After 1 you have 42. Put a decimal after 42 and write two numbers after that. It is 42.85 percentage. 42.85. And 4 by 7. 14 fours are 56. But when you observe that value, you don't find 56, but you will find 57. It's okay. Go for 57. Put a decimal after 57. Don't say that there is no number after 57, make it a cyclic number. After 57, again write 1, 4, two numbers after 57. So take from the beginning, 57.14. 14 fives is 70, but you will not find 70, but you will find 71. Observe carefully, you have 7 here, 1 here. So put a decimal after 71 and write two numbers after that. So it is 71.42 percentage. And the last one is 6 by 7. 6 by 7, 14 6 are 84, but you will not have 84, you will have 85. 85. You put a decimal after 85 and call it as 85.71, two numbers after decimal. So very simple. The couple of things you have to remember is 142857 as a set of numbers. It's very easy to remember. 14, double of 14, 28, double of 28 is 56, but remember it as 57. 14, 28, 57. And just shift the decimal according to 14 table. 1 by 7 starts with 14, then 28, then 42, then 56, but you will not find 56, so it is 57, 71 and 85. Then you write two numbers after decimal. That's very simple to remember. 7. You will be given these questions quite a lot of times in your examination. When you find them, you feel that you are lucky to have them in your examination, because you will be saving a lot of time where other contestants, other people who are writing examination may waste a lot of time there. We'll go to 8. 8 is very simple. 1 by 8, I know 1 by 4 is 25, so 1 by 8 will be 12.5 percentage. And 2 by 8 is not required. 3 by 8 will be 37.5 percentage. You can make it 3 times, but I'll tell you the better way to remember that. Then 4 by 8 is not required. 5 by 8 will be 62.5 percentage. It is 5 times of that. 6 by 8 is 3 by 4 not required. So 7 by 8 will be 87.5 percentage. In order to remember that, 1 by 8 is 12.5. If you don't remember, you can take help of 1 by 4. Half of 1 by 4 is 12.5. Observe the remaining 3 values. This value is 12.5 less than 50. This is 12.5 more than 50. This is 12.5 less than 100. So the moment you remember 12.5, the other 3 values are 12.5 less than 50, 12.5 more than 50 and 12.5 less than 100. So the only thing you have to remember is 12.5. 12.5, 12.5 less than 50, more than 50, less than 100. Let us also learn 1 by 9, 1 by 10, 1 by 11. Very easy. 1 by 9 is 11.11 percentage. Then automatically 2 by 9 will be 22.22 percentage, and it goes so on till 8 by 9, which will be 88.88 percentage. When you observe this carefully, you will realize that this is 11 table. You are multiplying 1 with 11, you are getting 11.11, 22.22. 3 by 9 will be 33.33. 3 by 9, if I simplify, I will get 1 by 3. 1 by 3 was also 33.33. So on, it goes on till 8 by 9, which is 88.88. When 9 is taking help of 11, 11 has to take help of 9. 1 by 11 will be 9.09 percentage. 2 by 11 will be 18.18 percentage. And 3 by 11 will be 27.27 percentage. And it goes so on till 10 by 11, that will be 90.90 percentage. So understand the concept here. Every time the 9 fraction will give you 11 table, the 11 fraction will give you 9 table. Only for 1 by 11 you have to be careful, it's not 9.9, it's 9.09. If somebody asks me what is 6 by 11, 6 by 11, I will say my answer is 54.54, because when 6 by 11 is asked, I will multiply 6 with 9 and I will get 54.54. So 9 and 11 are very simple. And 10 is something I don't think you have to spend your time in discussing 10. So I will write it here, just observe this carefully. For 1 by 10, it is 10%. For 2 by 10, it is 20%. That itself means that for 3 by 10, 30, for 4 by 10, 40, for 9 by 10, it will be 90%. The only thing we didn't do is 12, and for 12, you will have values of 1 by 12, 5 by 12, 7 by 12 and 11 by 12. So listen to me very carefully, the other things are not required because they are repetitions. 1 by 12, 1 by 6 I know it is 16.66, so 1 by 12 will be 8.33. 2 by 12 is 1 by 6 not required, 3 by 12 is 1 by 4 not required, 4 by 12 is 1 by 3 which is not required. 5 by 12, the value is 41.66, I will tell you how, because 8.33 into 5 also you can do, or you can say 6 by 12 minus 1 by 12, 41.66, you need not know how it is 41.66, I will explain you in a better way. 7 by 12 is 58.33 and 11 by 12 is 91.66. Very, very easy to remember. Just get back to 1 by 8. The values of 1 by 8 were 12.5, 12.5 less than 50, 12.5 more than 50 and 12.5 less than 100. The values of 1 by 12 is 8.33, 8.33 less than 50, 8.33 more than 50 and 8.33 less than 100. 1 by 12 was 8.33, 5 by 12 is 8.33 less than 50, 7 by 12 is 8.33 more than 50 and 11 by 12 is 8.33 less than 100. So similar to 8, you can also remember 12 there. A quick revision of what we have done in fractions. 1 by 2, 50% we all know. 1 by 3, 33.33%, it looks very fancy. Even if you don't know till now, you can remember it from now. 1 by 3 is 33.33% and 2 by 3 is 66.66%. 1 by 4 is 25%, we all know. 3 by 4 is 75%, that's very easy. 1 by 5, once we know it is 20%, then 2 by 5 is 40%, 3 by 5 is 60%, 4 by 5 is 80%. 20, 40, 60, 80, it's 20 table, it's very, very easy to remember. 1 by 6, if I don't know, I'll take help from 1 by 3. 1 by 3 was 33.33, so 1 by 6 will be half of 33.33, which is 16.66. I also told you, you can remember it as 1 by 6, 1 6, 16.66. And 2 by 6, 3 by 6, 4 by 6 are not required. 5 by 6 is 16.66 less than 100, it becomes 83.33. Only two things you have to remember in 6, that is 1 by 6 and 5 by 6, the values are 16.66 and 83.33. As I said, 1 by 7 is very important, 7 is very important. For 1 by 7, you get a value 14.2857. So you restrict it to two numbers after decimal and you'll say 14.28%. But in order to get 2 by 7, 3 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7 and 6 by 7, you'll remember the value 14.2857 and a 14 table. So 1 by 7 was 14.28, it's very simple. 2 by 7, answer will be 28.57. 3 by 7 will be 14 3s are 42, so it will be 42.85. 4 by 7 is 57.14. You get 14 4s of 56, but 56 is not available, so put a decimal after 57, so it is 57.14. 5 by 7 will be 71.42 and 6 by 7 will be 85.71. Then 8 is very simple. 1 by 4 was 25%, so 1 by 8 will be 12.5%. 3 by 8 will be 12.5 less than 50%, that is 37.5%. 5 by 8 will be 12.5% more than 50, that is 62.5%. And 7 by 8 will be 12.5 less than 100, that is 87.5%. 1 by 9 will be 11.11%, 2 by 9 will be 22.22%, 3 by 9 will be 33.33%, 4 by 9 44.44%, so it will be a 11 table. 5 by 9 55.55%, 6 by 9 66.66%, 7 by 9 77.77%, 8 by 9 88.88%, 9 by 9 is not 99.99%, it is 100%, 9 by 9 100%. 1 by 10 is 10%, 2 by 10 is 20, 3 by 10 is 30, 4 by 10 is 40, 5 by 10 is 50, 6 by 10 is 60, 7 by 10 is 70, 8 by 10 is 80%, 9 by 10 is 90% and 10 by 10 is 100%. 1 by 11, because for 1 by 9 it was 11.11%, it's easy to remember 1 by 11 will be 9.09%. 2 by 11 will be 2 times of 9, that is 18.18%. 3 by 11 will be 3 times of 9, 27.27%. 4 by 11 will be 36.36%. 5 by 11 will be 45.45%. 6 by 11 will be 54.54%. 7 by 11 will be 63.63%. 8 by 11 will be 72.72%. 9 by 11 is 81.81%. 10 by 11 is 90.90%. And 11 by 11 will be 100%. 1 by 12, I can take help of 1 by 6, which was 16.66%. So 1 by 12 will be half of 16.66%, that is 8.33%. Same like 1 by 8. Then 2 by 12, 3 by 12, 4 by 12 are not required. 5 by 12 will be 8.33%, less than 50, that is 41.66%. 6 by 12 is not required because it is 1 by 2, it is 50%. 7 by 12 will be 8.33 more than 50, that is 58.33%. 8 by 12, 9 by 12, 10 by 12 are not required, you can cancel them. 11 by 12 value is 8.33 less than 100, that is 91.66%. When you get to know all these things very clearly, when you get to understand all these fractions very clearly, then you can solve many questions.